Hello and welcome to another episode of Fallout New Vegas. Indeed, the game has not changed since I last uploaded a video.
Aha!
Just need some more film for my artistic endeavors. The life of an artist is never over. So, in today's episode, even though the prompt is telling me to go to the boomers, I feel like doing something different, you know? Like, Mr. House can wait. He's kind of a jerk. But I realized I stopped Benny, or at least caused him to flee the scene. So what else is there that the tops can offer?
I've heard that Securitrons are nastier than ever.
Come on, it's a terrible way to promote your casino. And by what else does it have to offer? What missions are there? See, this guy isn't confiscating my weapons because I convinced him to let me keep them. Let's see the theater, but first...
Welcome to the tops. How can...
grab some chips for later.
I hope Swank's smarter than Benny.
Word is you're getting popular in the strip.
Hey Nick Fury, how's it going?
Hey, welcome to the finest entertainment experience in New Vegas. My name is Tommy Torini, and how can I make your day?
Well, Tommy Tortellini, I'm wondering a little bit about this theater.
Well, it was my idea. Well, me and the rest of the Rat Pack boys. We took it to Benny, and he thought it was a good idea. A few years later, here we are. The best show in New Vegas.
The Rat Pack is probably a reference to the Rat Pack, which is a group that, Frank Sinatra. I can't believe I forgot his name, but Frank Sinatra's in, or was in. What do you do here?
Well, apart from serving as a talent manager, show schedule, and all-around man in charge of this fine theater, I happen to be its headline act. Every night from 8 till midnight, come on by to see the Rat Pack Review live, only right here at the Aces Theater.
Really? What kind of entertainment do you have, other than, you know, the one you just mentioned?
Well, acts are a bit thin on the ground right now, but every night from 8 to midnight, we got the Rat Pack Review. Songs, dancing, jokes, we got it all.
Maybe I could help find some more acts for your show.
Sure, baby, sure. Tommy's always looking for new talent to bring to the Aces. Tell you what, you see any good acts while you're out wandering, give them my card. If they work out, I'll give you a 3% cut of the door. Just swing back by as you recruit folks. I'll get you your bread.
Make it 5%, and you've got a deal.
Ooh, a sharp customer. All right, 5% it is.
I thought Benny was a stand-up guy. Hard to believe he was a fink all along.
I thought Benny was a stand-up guy. Hard to believe he was a rat all along.
First of all, don't talk and drink. But second of all, I don't think I've ever seen this animation. I mean, there's a ton of bars in New Vegas. And by a ton, I mean like maybe 5 that are actually functional. But a ton nonetheless. And I don't think I've ever seen that very particular animation. So we need to recruit some talent from across the Mojave. People who are good enough to be a part of the Aces Theater. Room telephones. How's it going?
I heard that some of the bosses of the Fiends were killed.
Oh my fucking god. Like, I could topple the entire Legion and these a-holes will still say, hey, did you hear about the Fiends? Heard some of their bosses were killed.
Well, if it isn't my #1 fan, what can I do for you, #1 fan?
So you perform stand-up comedy, huh?
Yeesh, is my act that bad? Or are you just that dumb? Yeah, that's right. Got me a nice juicy contract with the management.
Judging from the economic state of Freeside, they can't be paying you that much.
Okay, I admit it. I ain't exactly rowing in caps here, but what do you want? I'm under contract. I can't get out.
Tommy Torini is hiring new acts at the Tops. I think you can make good money.
Too bad I got this ironclad contract with the Garretts. They'll never let me out of it.
I could go talk to the Garretts and try to convince him to let you go.
Huh. Good luck. Garrett's a tough, mean son of a bitch. He's not likely to give up. Let me know if you make any headway.
I hear the Legion is camping out across the river. I hope they're not planning to attack. Those bloodthirsty mole rats are never up to any good.
I'd like to get Hadrian out of his contract.
Now why would I want to do that? His performances make me quite a lot of money.
He's not the right fit for this place. You'll find better performers.
I suppose you've got a point. Plenty of Brahmin on the prairie and all that. Fine, I'll cut him loose. He's all yours.
Great to be up here, looking down at all your smiling faces. That won't last long. Was that suit made to order? It was. And where were you at the time? This guy right here, he's got an angel looking over his shoulder. If I were him, I'd get a restraining order. The more I think of you, the less I think of you. Look at you. You look like a talent scout for a cemetery. I hear you got a ready wit. Tell me when it's ready. This guy's so sharp-eyed, he cuts himself every time he blinks. Somebody told me the other day you were bright. I wasn't sure if you meant smart or radioactive. If you had your life to live over again, let me make a suggestion. Play in traffic. Hey, look at this guy. Those muscles are unreal. I mean it. They're imaginary. Boy, you're clumsy. You're so clumsy when you slip in the shower, you fall up. Later. Hey. Any luck with Garrett yet?
I re-listened to his stand-up because I know I kind of butted in the last time and interrupted. But anyways, Garrett's agreed to let you out of your contract. You can go work at the Tops.
Really? You mean I'm finally out of this shithole? That's great. Thank you.
I always suspected Benny was a coward.
Alright, let's see where else I need to go.
Wanna get lucky? Head on down to the Atomic Wrangler.
Is it really getting lucky if you're paying for these people?
If it can be
Oh,
bought,
shut the
it can
fuck
be
up,
found
kid. I am
anywhere else.
philosophizing here, and I don't need your fucking advertisements. But anyways, is it really getting lucky if you have to pay for it? Isn't that sort of like a guaranteed transaction? You give the money and then they give you the sex. Look at these two fucking winners. Yeah, I saw. Alright, let's see. Guess we gotta go pick up Johnny Guitar over here. So I just now noticed I don't have any companions. And I've talked to this guy like 3 times.
Howdy there, partner.
That's a mighty fine guitar you got there.
Oh, this old thing? Why, thanks, friend. This here guitar is just about the only thing my daddy left me.
Have you been playing long?
Just about my whole life. Ever since my daddy left Ma and me and went off to roam the wastes.
What's your story, stranger?
My story's a long one, friend, and I can't say as it's all that interesting.
Nevertheless, I'm interested.
Well, I was born in a little town out Montana way. Me and Ma didn't have much, ever since my pa up and left.
Smart guy, families just tie you down.
Maybe that's how you was raised, but where I come from, a man does right by his wife and child, or he ain't no kind of man at all.
I'm sure he had a reason for leaving.
Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But that don't change the fact that it wasn't right.
Must have been hard growing up without a father then.
It sure wasn't easy. Ma worked her fingers to the bone to make sure we had enough to survive. And I worked the coal mines from when I was 15. After Ma died, I guess I wanted to find my pa and get some answers from him. Been out here looking ever since. He ain't an easy man to find.
He sounds like us. Well, actually, what will you do when you find him?
Can't say as I really know. Maybe I'll just ask him why. Maybe I'll punch him right in the mouth. Hell, the more I talk about it, the more the whole damn thing sounds like a dumb idea.
Sounds like you should move on. Settle down, maybe?
Maybe I should. Don't suppose you know any place a fella with a guitar might find a job, huh?
Well, just so happens that Tommy Torini at the Tops is looking for musical acts. If you're interested.
Maybe it's time to give these tired old bones a rest. All right, show me what you've got.
I'm giving you a real opportunity here. How's about some compensation?
I suppose it's only right you get a little something for your troubles. Here, my daddy left me this gun. Guess I don't need it no more.
You have to go through the whole dialogue with him in order to recruit him. I don't like those red things there. Could be Legion. Actually, why would be? I haven't pissed them off again. Where are they? Doesn't even have them. Like, as far as they're concerned, I don't exist anymore. It's actually kind of funny when you get the Mark of Kaiser. It just completely removes you from, or removes them from the list there. Alright, so next one's probably in some building here. One of these apartments or motels, I guess, would be a more accurate term. But which one? Is in this one?
Welcome to Novak. It's not very exciting here, but the people are friendly enough. My engineering skills have been coming in handy too. I've got plenty to do. Thanks for telling me about this place.
Pretty sure this isn't who was pointing to. Why are you in Manny's room? No one in here? Alright. Just trying to find some talent. Hey Boone, how's it going?
Is it time?
Not yet.
Well, let me know when it is.
You tell me to leave, dude. I'm like your best friend. Jeez. I only hoped you'd come to terms with your past and allowed you to move forward.
Your travels been going all right?
I don't need to talk to you yet.
Oh, please don't kill me. I swear I'll have... Wait, you don't work for Mr. Bishop, do you?
No? What? I don't know what makes you think that.
Sorry, it's just... You look like his type, you know? You got that hard-ass wasteland explorer thing going on.
Walking around in a fucking lab coat, dude. I have glasses on. What about that makes you think hard ass? Well, anyways, aren't you that singer from New Reno? I think I saw you play at the clubs there.
Oh, so you have heard of me. Yeah, that's right. I was the big draw at the Shark Club. People used to pay hundreds of caps to see me.
If you're looking for work as a singer, Tommy Torini at the Tops is hiring.
Really? The Tops, huh? Well, it's no Shark Club, but I hear security on the Strip is real tight. Even Mr. Bishop wouldn't hit a joint like that. I'll check it out. Thanks.
I mean, you know, kind of good luck getting there from all the way out here. It's a long way to New Vegas, you know? Especially if you want to take the safe route and not the die almost instantaneously route due to death claws. Good fucking grief, robots. Why you gotta make such weird noises? See that mysterious magnum?
I tell you, last night some girl was pounding on my door all night. Finally, I had to let her out. What? I've been in love with the same woman for 17 years. If my wife ever finds out, she'll kill me. No! I know a guy. His motto is love thy neighbor. He lives next to a brothel. Oh, no. I told my wife, she's good looking for a ghoul. It's just too bad she's not a ghoul. Ay, ay, ay. A ghoul goes to a doctor and says, Doctor, doctor, I have this horrible rash. The doctor says, son, that's called your face. Ding dong. I take my wife everywhere, but somehow she keeps finding her way back. I did it. I hear James Garrett drove 5,000 head of Brahmin to New Reno. No bodies, just the heads. So I hear Mr. House runs the Strip. He took it over from the last guy, Mr. Mob-infested hellhole. Did he just say that? I love these robots with their friendly little policeman faces. Sure, they still rough you up, but they look so happy. Hey, what about that suit Benny wears? If I had a suit like that, the ladies would be all over me. What? You expect a punchline? The guy pays my salary. It's true. They really care about your privacy here at the Tops. Even room service has an enlisted number. What? I've been married for 17 years. Where did I go wrong? Oh! My wife and I know the secret to a happy marriage. 2 times a week, we go to a nice restaurant. She goes Mondays, I go Fridays. I try to be frank and earnest with women. In New Reno, I'm frank, and in the Boneyard, I'm earnest. Oh, no! My hotel room is so small. When I put the key in the lock, I broke the window. I bought my wife a little car here in New Vegas, an Omerta. It has a hood under the hood. Ay, ay, ay. I had dinner at the Ultra Luxe the other night. I told them my steak tastes funny. They said it was a clown. I ate a person. My cousin and his wife are a fastidious couple. She's fast, and he's hideous. Ha-cha-cha. People say it's hard to survive the wasteland. Hey, how hard can it be? The water glows in the dark, and it burns. Hey, come on, pal. I'm trying to put on a show here. You're welcome.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
Geez, some people. You again. You should meet my bookie. You have something in common. Every time I talk to you, I lose caps.
I have a few questions.
All right, then make it snappy, kid. This isn't exactly a lucrative career enterprise here.
Tommy Torini at the Tops is hiring entertainers. I could put in a word for you.
Yeah? Hey, you're all right. Tell him I'll do it for 100 a night. No, 50. No, 20. 10. Just don't rob me, I'll do it.
Don't sell yourself short. You're worth a lot more than that. Your jokes are a lot better than the other guys. It's a lot more relevant to the wasteland.
Whoa, geez, what was I thinking? You're right. I gotta go in there with a cool head. Tell them how much I'm really worth.
Well, according to the map, there's...
Baby, it's as tense as a virgin at Gomorrah out there. Things are heating up, and if they don't cool down, it's straight Innsville.
Man, you could be up there with the other two jokesters yourself. Oh, look at him run.
Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome to the finest entertainment experience in New...
Let's talk about the acts I recruited.
Cowboy act? Yeah. He dropped on in here not too long before you. He's got chops, baby, real chops. And I ain't just talking about that mustache. And like we agreed, here's your fee. 5% of the cut comes to 166 caps. Don't spend them all in one place now. Unless it's right here.
And, the acts I recruited?
You talking about Mr. Isaac? Damn, baby, when you bring them in, you bring them in. That cat's gonna bring me money like you wouldn't believe. Here's your 5%, baby. You enjoy that.
And, the acts I recruited?
That comedian, you mean? Yeah. He was a hell of a haggler. Cost me a pretty cap. Hope he's worth it. Here's your 5%.
And, the acts I recruited.
That ugly mug with the razor tongue? Take it, baby. He'll be one hell of a novelty act, just like Tommy promised. Here's your 5%.
Oh, sounds great.
You know it, baby.
And I'm now idolized on a strip. Which, I was gonna do something else, but I kinda wonder... Now that I'm basically the highest freaking affinity on the strip, let's see if these pompous assholes will let me in their secret club. Since they're no longer killing people and eating them, I guess I could grace them with my presence.
Beg your pardon, but could I...
Blow it out your ass.
Oh.
Alright.
Beg your pardon, but...
As I was saying, I never really paid much attention to the roof of this place, but this is a pretty nice looking flower here, and I actually really like this roof. A really cool looking dome you got here. Psst, can't play. Oh. You jerks. Alright, where is she? I think she's in like the gourmet room. That's a bathhouse.
Welcome to the Ultra...
Will you be willing to sponsor me as an honorary member now?
Most definitely. You have become quite an impressive person in my estimation, and you are very well regarded here among those in the know. You have my full support, and you are welcome to join us at our nightly banquets in our special section of the Gourmand. I hope to see you there.
Oh boy. I'm a snooty asshole now. Well, I must say, these plants simply do not live up to my expectations. If this is what you call a palm tree, then this casino is what I call a dump. Oh god damn, I can't even equip my good item.
Did you know the strip's all stirred up lately?
Where are my companions anyways? Are they in like still in Lucky 38? This is not the way to Lucky 38.
Hey.
Welcome to Vegas.
Good thing I don't have to talk to Victor every time. So where are those two? Not in here. Let's head down to Prim. See if Eddie's there. Nope. No, he's not here.
The one you can see for miles.
Where would they be? Are they all the way in, Are you shitting me, guys? Just hanging out with Kaiser there?
By order of...
Yeah, here you go, you wanker. Call Kaiser's words load of Brahmin shit, and yet you're hanging out here, listening to his every fucking peep.
Don't bother me. I'm training to become a... Hi. Hey, anything going on? Just hanging around.
Saw how fucking fancy I was, realized he better hold his fucking tongue. Treat me with some respect. See, I am... For whatever reason, that door causes recording issues. But I am an esteemed gentleman courier, and I will not be sassed to by some little brat.
Our way, true to Kaiser.
Good news, Arcade. I'm part of the White Glove Society, and they gave me this fancy smancy suit. So, boys, what's there to do around the wasteland? Anything good? I don't know, I guess we can see that abandoned Brotherhood of Steel bunker.
Watch out!
Honored to speak to you, sir.
Let's see. Not that way. This way. Wonder where the NCR gets their power armor from. Did they just loot it off of Dead Brotherhood of Steel guys? Or did they get from this
Back in our hands.
abandoned bunker up here? It's a hollowed out rock, yeah. Please close your mouth, arcade. Sierra Madre. Sierra Madre. Jar of cloud residue. And a Sierra Madre martini. Don't weigh anything, so... Equipment storage. There's no getting back up. So you wanna go to Sierra Madre place, guys? Seems like it could be interesting. Dead Money takes you to an extremely dangerous area of the Mojave Wasteland. A one-way journey until your business at Sierra Madre is finished. In normal mode, you'll encounter new traps, enemies, and new companions whose lives are tied to yours. In hardcore mode, you'll be fighting the environment as well as a toxic city that erodes health over time. Companions are more vulnerable, and so are you. Dead Money is recommended for experienced couriers, level 20 and up. If you're up to the challenge, continue on. The Sierra Madre grand opening awaits and has been for 200 years. Let's listen about on the radio.
If so, the Sierra Madre Casino, in all its glory, is inviting you to begin again. Come to a place where wealth, excitement, and intrigue await around every corner. Stroll along the winding streets of our beautiful resort, make new friends, or rekindle old flames. Let your eyes take in the luxurious expanse of the open desert under clear, starlit skies. Gaze straight on into the sunset from our villa rooftops. Countless diversions await. Gamble in our casino, take in the theater, or stay in one of our exclusive executive suites that will shelter you and cater to your every whim. So if life's worries have weighed you down, if you need an escape from your troubles, or if you just need an opportunity to begin again, join us. Let go and leave the world behind at the Sierra Madre grand opening this October. We'll be waiting. Has your life taken a turn? Do troubles beset you? Has fortune left you behind? If so, the Sierra Madre Casino, in all its glory, is inviting you to begin again.
Alright boys, let's do it. Sierra Madre, a nice sort of Art Deco style going on there. Nothing going on there. Factions. Defenses. So it ends in S. But then again, they all end in S. Ooh, fancy place here. Got this new thing I've never seen before. This is an unusual looking crafting station. As you approach, lines of tiny holographic items appear at the dispensing tray. Wireframe schematics and lists of consumables a machine can assemble and package for a consumer. There is a slot on the side with the Sierra Madre symbol. The slot does not look part of the original design. Well, someone was having a little blast in here. And got Dean's electronics. I believe there's a book you can read. Repair increased by 3. Yippee-ki-yay. Three caps. 17 caps. Power armor helmet. That'll just weigh me down though. Looks like someone's been busy trying to figure something out. Oh, chemistry set you can actually use. Oh, isn't that something? Also got a laser rifle, which I will pick up and repair. Drop box.
Or stay in one of our exclusive executive suites that will shelter you and cater to your every whim.
Arcade, help.
Life's worries have weighed you down. If you need an escape
Oh, thanks, asshole.
or if you just need
Oh,
an opportunity
what fucking pals you are.
join us. Let go and leave the world behind at this.
You've heard of the Sierra Madre Casino. We all have. The legend, the curses, foolishness about it lying in the middle of the city of the dead. Buried beneath a blood-red cloud. A bright, shining monument luring treasure hunters to their doom. The world's most famous stars and entertainers were invited to its grand opening. An invitation was a sign of exclusiveness. The opening was supposed to symbolize a road to a brighter future, not just for the world, but for all who came to its doors. A chance for anyone to begin again. Except the Sierra Madre never opened. The war froze it in time, like a big flashbulb going off. The grand opening. One big ending of humanity. It's still out there, in the wastes, preserved, just waiting for someone to crack it open. But getting to it, that's not the hard part. It's letting go. Are you listening? Good. From now on, when I talk, listen and follow my instructions. Play stupid. Play clever. Make the mistake of saying no. That collar on your neck will go off and take your head with it.
Collar? What are you talking about?
It's like that Pip-Boy on your wrist, except filled with explosives. A little radio of the old world. Just needed some tuning. Do what I say, and the collar will go off. Refuse, try and run, disobey me, I'll kill you and find someone else. There's no escape from here until I let you go. The sooner you accept your situation, the better.
What do you want?
That structure you see above the fountain, the Sierra Madre Casino. You need to break inside. Heist. Too many years in the making. But to get inside, avoid its traps. You'll need to gather a team. As I found, one cannot do it alone.
You've caught others?
Around the villa are 3 other callers like yours. Caller 8, 12, and 14. Find all 3 and get them here to the fountain. Then we'll talk more. And should you get any ideas about killing each other and taking the treasure of the Sierra Madre for yourself, a warning. All your callers are linked. One of you dies, you all die. If that's what it takes to make you cooperate, so be it.
Why would you do that?
Because in some respects, breaking into the Sierra Madre is easier than breaking human instinct. Greed. The villa is filled with corpses. Some killed by the dangers here, some by me. Others turned on each other. Once they realized the Sierra Madre could be theirs, they cared nothing for their freedom, their survival, or each other.
Are they all dead?
The ones brought here live on only in what they've left behind. Their marks, graffiti on the walls, and victims they've killed. Some tried to help, left supplies and healing for others who came. Their reward? They were tracked down, killed by others with baser instincts. Some of these murderers went as far as to leave traps behind them, turning markers for help into death traps for anyone following them. It killed some of them when they forgot where the traps were, or when they desperately needed the assistance they had cut others off from.
How many of these victims did you bring here?
Too many. This place is dangerous. And its quarantine measures, its hazards, have claimed many. Failures upon failures. You think I wanted to place collars on you to ensure compliance? No. If robots could have done this, I would have sent them. The Sierra Madre is a complicated lock. Cracking it open requires human hands.
I have a lockpick of 100. But hey, where'd you take my shit?
The Sierra Madre has many defenses, means of screening guests for illicit or dangerous items. Your arrival here, weaponless, was not my intention. The casino, this villa, it takes anything with even a trace of radioactivity, traces of unknown substances, and returns it home, the bunker. The process is automated, and the casino itself has other similar services. I was unable to find a workaround except to send others in as tools. Still, I have not left you defenseless, and the Sierra Madre's security, in some respects, can help you if you are resourceful enough.
What do you mean?
This place is well preserved. Few who came here ever returned. All the treasures of the old world lie scattered about, virtually untouched. Search, hunt, craft what you can from what you find. The trash of the pre-war era can keep you alive. Food, knives, more. Use them. Even the villa's toxins and the residue it leaves behind can be shaped into tools and weapons. Gather it as well. Also, there is one more thing in your possession. A rifle that will keep you alive. As surely as the caller will.
What is this rifle?
It is a hologram, a weapon I constructed when I arrived. I have since made superior models and modifications. For now, that too will have to do until you find other weapons. And I suggest you do. The holorifle's ammo is limited. Still, it should serve well enough. I fashioned it from the holograms of the villa and used it against the villa's living inhabitants.
The inhabitants? There's people alive here?
Yes, the inhabitants. Avoid them if you can. They are difficult to kill. Whatever has created them, bullets, explosions, energy, it can make them inert for a time, then they seem to crawl back up, restored. Perhaps it's the cloud, Perhaps something in their physiology.
What is the cloud?
The cloud is what blankets the sky here. You may smell it in the air. Copper and sulfur. Burns the lungs and seeps into the skin. As for its origins, I'm not certain. Pre-war industrial pollutants. Something in the Sierra Madre structure. It is unique across the wasteland. And deadly. It has kept this place preserved since the Great War.
Will the exposure kill me?
The air here is lethal only if you enter concentrated pockets of the cloud. Too long inside one, you'll die, so be careful where you step. I've seen some survive concentration of the cloud for short periods of time, if healthy enough. Others were too weak. Rebreathers, chemical suits, there is no protection against it. It decays all it touches. I found fighting it useless.
Is there any place safe to rest?
Anywhere sheltered from the cloud. Inside buildings, tunnels. Any place not exposed to the outside air. Anything the cloud has touched has preserved it one way or another. But only the holograms in the villa truly remain.
What holograms are you talking about?
Ghosts. They fill the villa. More in the casino. Much more. They carry out the functions the dead once did. They cannot be harmed. They only perform the same rote tasks until their power dies. They are of no consequence, except for the security holograms, the ones with the silhouettes of the armored Sierra Madre guards.
Why?
Most holograms perform specific functions. The security holograms, ever since the bombs fell, now perform their function. They will kill anyone they detect. They are immune to guns, weapons, EMPs, even energy weapons. Still, they have limitations. Their design limits their field of view, enough to avoid detection. Each has an emitter. Destroy or disable it, and they cease to be a threat. Still, at least they still work as intended. Other technology here is more of a threat to you. Notably, the villa's radios and speakers.
Radios and speakers?
Yes, music was intended to be broadcast all over the villa. Over time, however, the radio signal has decayed and emits a different frequency. Speakers and radios interfere with the bomb caller frequency and can trigger the detonators prematurely. It is an unfortunate side effect, one I did not anticipate. I was unable to calibrate the callers to block the signals. So, you'll have to make do.
Radios and speakers can set off my collar?
Yes, but not immediately. You'll hear a beep from your collar's detonator. When you do, step back, scan the area, and find the signal source. There are damaged speakers and shielded ones. The damaged ones you can destroy at range. Don't get close. You can't switch them off like a radio. The damaged speakers are sparking. Hard to miss. The casings are resistant to vandalism. Punching or hitting them will not destroy them.
So how do I destroy the radios and speakers then?
Gunshots, energy blasts, even spears thrown with great force can puncture their exterior. Shielded speakers can't be destroyed at all. You'll need to avoid them or switch them off via a terminal. I'll leave the method up to you.
I had other questions.
I am short on patience, and you are short on time.
Where are the vending machines in the villa?
Assembly stations. Schematics are stored within. Dispensers with unlock codes. They use the chips scattered around as batteries. Alloys and raw material embedded in the shell. They resemble the vending machines of Mojave, but they are crafting devices of tremendous versatility. Once an old world convenience, now they are a means of survival. Use the chips to power them. Select from the holographic display. The device will assemble it.
What is this place?
Unfamiliar with the legend of the Sierra Madre? The casino exists. You are one of the few who look upon it. Where you're standing is the villa beneath the casino above. The wreckage. The villa lies in the shadow. The villa is a dumping ground of failed construction. Pre-war junk that has aged poorly.
How did I get here?
I brought you here. There are mechanisms in place once the traps across the Mojave are sprung. For now, your sole focus should be the Sierra Madre and how to get inside. Until then, you won't leave alive.
Alright, so find the other 3 people with bomb collars. Bring them back here.
I've downloaded the instructions and markers on your Pip-Boy, in case you forget. And yes, I have access to that device on your wrist. Get the other 3 here after that. I'll have more instructions for you. Do this, I'll let you go. I'll let all of you go.
How am I supposed to find them?
Your piece of Rocco trash will help you, I've insured it. It can latch onto the signal of the collars and tune into their frequencies. The bomb collars come with radios embedded in them. You can eavesdrop easily. It was part of their design to listen in. They can even screen out white noise from the environment to allow greater monitoring.
Who are these people I'm gathering?
One is a trusted ally. Obedient, caller or no, although the caller helps. The other 2, well, we'll have to see what the trap's got.
Any suggestions of who I should go for first?
Yes. Caller 8, the FEV reject, the super mutant. He is docile, predictable, and provided he's not starving, should be easy to command. I lost contact with him some time ago. Probably after he dragged you here from the trap. Find him. He'll follow you, caller or no.
Where can I find him?
Travel west toward the Villa police station. Follow the radio frequency and the alarms. Although, there's a great deal of interference at the source. Perhaps that's why I lost contact with him. No matter. Aside from caller 8, there should be weapons, armor at the police station. Go west. Avoid the villa inhabitants. Bring the mutants back.
What's FEV?
A long story. FEV, a virus, is an even longer story. It gave birth to the docile one. Turned them into a super mutant long ago.
It's interesting that the courier doesn't know what FEV is. That's all I need to know.
Good. If necessary, I will guide you through the villa's broadcast systems. If you get lost, return here, and I'll direct you. I've downloaded instructions on an audio log to your Pip-Boy in case you can't read. If you forget why you're here, let my voice remind you.
Well, he certainly covers all bases.
Has your life taken a turn? Do troubles beset you? Has fortune left you behind? If so, the Sierra Madre Casino, in all its glory, is inviting you to begin again. Come to a place where wealth, excitement, and intrigue await around every corner. Stroll along the winding streets of our beautiful resort, make new friends, or rekindle old flames. Let your eyes take in the luxurious expanse of the open desert under clear, starlit skies. Gaze straight on into the sunset from our villa rooftops. Countless diversions await. Gamble in our casino.
Oh, there's a police station. So this DLC is designed with a sort of survival horror idea in mind. So the traps like the radios and the clouds and even the spooky nature of the inhabitants that we'll be seeing are sort of built to fit that aesthetic. So let's make a new save and go exploring.
Don't go through the gate to Puesta del Sol yet. Gather the others first.
Alright, alright. Stim pack. Sierra Madre chip. And a knife spear. There's an achievement for collecting a bunch of these chips. .12 gauge. You can see there's like bullets and stuff just sort of littered about. The idea, according to the writer of this, was to make you really, excited when you manage to find any bits of supplies. So normally I wouldn't pick up dirty water, but kinda need it now. Find me and we can talk. Police station up here.
Watch out for the villa inhabitants. They're difficult to kill unless you chop them apart. If you can, blow them up or disintegrate them.
I like how I can keep my camera. Just gotta use the old melee. Keep mistaking those for chips.
Speakers and radios interfere with the bomb caller frequency and can trigger the detonators prematurely. It is an unfortunate side effect, one I did not anticipate. I was unable to calibrate the collars to block the signals, so you'll have to make do.
Alright. Alright, said you can't just turn it off.
Noise off.
Inventory. Sierra Madre armor. These won't be very useful. Nothing else of note here. I'll come back to that terminal there later. Radios tend to be on the walls and ceilings, or on tables. Dog helps those who help themselves. Thanks, Pally. Life Autonoma. Some 12 gauge rounds. Don't need those binoculars. And vending machine code, weapons repair kits. Sounds good to me. This is a DLC of multiple quick saves. Get over here. Disengage. Sinclair installed new security system for visitors coming in and out of the villa. He doesn't seem to care too much about what they do when they're inside, only that we confiscate any personal items that could be dangerous or foreign, and make sure we know who enters and who leaves. Asked him again about watching the construction crews. He said that was a villa matter. Great, that means a prick runs the show. As long as there were no more accidents among the crews, that's what he cares about. Barely tucked my flask under the desk before he showed up. He gets a disapproving look when he sees the hard stuff. Prohibited items. Sinclair's prohibition list is gonna be difficult to enforce, and told him so. He claims we're getting an automated system that would confiscate items even the slightest bit radioactive or foreign and ship them back to the visitor's source address. Asked about items already in the villa, didn't mention the construction crew, and he dismissed it. Of course, no sooner than Sinclair gives his prohibition speech, his pal swings by the same hour, asking how hard-nosed we were going to be. Told me he couldn't guarantee he could keep me supplied if I didn't treat his friends with the same respect. Prick. I don't know what's causing it to beep there. Maybe there's like an upstairs somewhere, but let's read this. Inventory. Got the weapons and the mines in today, along with the shotguns and the ammo, enough to defend the villa if trouble breaks out. Sinclair is taking the world situation seriously, even all the way out here. Maybe more so because we're out here. Hate to think if someone got their hands on half the stuff we have stored here, enough military ordnance to turn the villa into a minefield. Dispensers are up and running. Unlike almost everything else, we've had a few problems with them. I heard they've been part of some World's Fair exhibit Sinclair had seen, so he contacted the researchers about the dispensers to see if he could use them here. Turns out, dispensers do more than supply convenience items. If there's an emergency or the threat of communist attack, codes can unlock ammo for repair kits for the dispensers. Stored backups of the codes in the contraband room, just in case.
I'll be good this time. I promise.
Which we've already gotten. Sinclair visit. Sinclair did the rounds again today. Glad he left his ghostly entourage at the casino. Those walking light shows make me wonder why he's even got his staff here when they could blast us in a second. Otherwise, Sinclair runs a tight ship. Good to see in these days and times. Don't know how smart he is trying to make a resort to escape everything in the outside world, but rich guys can make it happen, even ones that have been hit hard like Sinclair has. Nothing much to report, pretty quiet tonight, even from Puesta del Sol. Imagine Morris up in the casino probably has more than enough with the guests coming in tonight, poor bastard. Set up the radio so I can listen in on the gala event when it fires up. Left one out for the prisoners. If Sinclair doesn't want us to be too strict with the guests tonight, I may just toss in the key in the holding cell with anyone we pick up and let them unlock the door when they sleep it off. Set up the radio room downstairs, a broadcaster with speakers. Don't want to miss tonight's performance. The receiver down there is stronger than the desk radios we have up here. Stashed some supply from the evidence room down there to celebrate when my shift is over. Way I figured it, the rest of the guards I'll be too busy to check up on me. Alright, so that's where I need to go. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to talk to this guy until I handle it.
Knew you would come. Below the cage. Down to where I am. Maybe you saw the letters I scratched on the villa walls. A little farther. Follow my voice. That's it. The one in the cage? Dog. I had to lock him up. He keeps disobeying me.
Vending machine installation. Oversaw the street-side vending machines installation today, all working mostly because the casino crew was running the show. Finally, complained to the chief about the machines. They feel like a company store. We only get a few casino chips worth of paychecks, so he can barely buy anything. Chief says he's not sure the chips were Sinclair's idea. Only if we have some problems with the machines, let him know immediately. After another discussion with the Puesta del Sol crew told Chief it'd be difficult to enforce a prohibition list, let alone the searches. Chief had the gala on his brain, said Sinclair put construction of the villa more important than patting down the construction crews for liquors and chems as long as they didn't hurt anyone or each other. Got a little hot under the collar, Chief did too, told me to walk it off. This whole thing stinks. Chief's barely got time for me. Now Sinclair's turning a blind eye to things in the villa because his friend's running the show. One good thing about this assignment, no more raiding parking tickets. Sinclair's laid out the street so narrow, cars can't even come into the villa. Resources being what they are, he may not want folks to waste gas coming here. Cuts down on traffic noise too. Chief says it's more than that. Says Sinclair wanted the villa to be reclusive. Long as I don't want to worry about double parking snobs or Christless gas hogs clogging the villa, I could care less. Wonder how he expects folks to get here though. Seems extreme even for privacy. Bobby pin. Sensor module. 10 Sierra Madre chips. Might as well grab the scrap metal. I'm greedy. I want this one chip. Because then it brings me up to 250.
That's me, there on the table. The disc. My voice. Can't take any chances, though. You may be some victim who simply stumbled down here. If so, can't let you let Dog out. No, not yet. If you're who I think you are, you came to fetch Dog. Use him to drag others here. Now I'll use you, and that Pip-Boy you're wearing. You're smart, clever. The key to Dog's cage is simple. Take my voice to the cage above. Let me speak to the beast inside. Then you and I, we can talk.
So you can see it's not just those fancy radios, but these ones seem to mess with your collar as well. There we go. So annoying.
Are you listening? From now on, when I talk to you, pay attention. I've left markers on your Pip-Boy. Find the 3 other callers in town, 8, 12, and 14. Get them to the fountain. Obey me, and you can all go free.
This is a restricted dispenser code for use in vending machines.
Dog, back in the cage.
What have we here? You weren't who I was expecting. I'm disappointed. Still, even if you aren't my intended guest, you take direction. Good. You can't have been an idiot to figure out how to release me from my cage. Or perhaps you are, with that leash on your arm, and the one around your neck. With our collars and manacles, why, we may as well be kin.
What happened to your voice?
I'm the voice of reason. I sleep sometimes. Down in the basement. In the cage. Now that I'm awake, Dog goes back in the cage. Dog knows I'm here, but can't do anything about it. I'm his conscience. Keep him tame. Keep him from hurting us. Doing foolish things. I've been trapped in here for some time. Then you come along and let me out. So, you opened my cage for a reason. Now, I want to know why.
In super mutants, brain damage is usually the result of prolonged stealth. Well, you have multiple personality disorder. Some trauma caused this?
Trauma. Yes, in a manner of speaking. Do you see these wounds of his covering his skin? The bear trap on his arm. He placed his own hand in it. The name he carved in his chest. To remind him of who he is, he inflicts pain on himself to silence me, when all I try to do... He cuts, hurts, and tries to murder me out of him. He won't succeed, just makes me angrier. Dog is the beast. We simply change cages, like the ones here.
I was looking for someone with a collar like mine. Where's your collar?
It's close. Closer than I'd like. Dog's been into things. Needs to think before he eats. Chew before he swallows. He's eager that way. Now the collar's a part of me. Inside. I can feel its electronic heartbeat, clicking and burning down below. Like before. It was cold and heavy before going in the cage. Now you're here, and it's pulling and kicking again, tugging like a leash. Interesting.
If that collar is inside of you, if that collar inside of you is active, I didn't switch it on.
Really? Yet it led you here, to me. And now you're here, and it's burning a hole in my guts. Maybe it's crying for its owner.
How the hell did you, or whoever, eat one of these collars?
They detach. When segmented, they look like nothing more than metallic rad scorpions. And if they're attached to neck flesh, warm, red. Dog doesn't care what's on the body he's crushing in his hands. He'll mangle it, twist it, make it fit until he's full. Dog can't help himself. Hungry, greedy. And now the collar's inside, alive again. And we're trapped here until it goes cold.
Forget it, I have other questions.
Of course you do. And so do I.
You wouldn't have locked yourself in there without some sort of key to get you out.
The key? Why, it's the old man. The one who brought us here. I hid the key on me so Dog wouldn't know. I just need the old man to show up so he and I can talk. If Dog was in control when the old man appeared, well, he would just do whatever he commanded, as always. And I can't have that.
Why did you lock yourself in the cage?
No. Why did I lock him in the cage? I locked him in because I could feel him getting hungry again. There wasn't much time. If Dog roams, he gets into trouble. Eats things he shouldn't. Listens to others he shouldn't. So he's safer in here. We're safer in here. I hoped if I locked him in here, the one he obeys would come for him. Instead, I get you.
If you locked you in, what if you couldn't get out?
Oh, I have the key. Always did. Hid it on the chain behind my neck before Dog came bursting out, eating everything he could. Wanted to make sure whoever came to fetch Dog spoke to me first. Got within reach. Instead, I get you.
So, wait, so you or Dog doesn't know who the key is on him?
Dog and I don't share everything. What I know, he doesn't. What he knows, what little he knows, I don't. For example, your arrival is a surprise. I wished that I could have remembered. I'm sure Dog knew. And when he's feeding, well, I sometimes have to find out about it later. Now all there is to do is wait for my intended guest.
If you weren't expecting me, then who were you waiting for?
Don't play stupid. I already have to mind one child. You must have figured it out by now. The old man obsessed with the Sierra Madre, riddled with greed. Hoped you might be him when I woke up. All you are is his hand. You're the same kind of greed. Followed the radio, the broadcast, and now you're here, all confused. Not for long. You'll figure it out.
Why do you say I'm the same as the old man?
You're not him any more than I'm Dog. But that collar around your neck, you're an extension of the old man's grasp. Clumsy, perhaps, but a tool, yes. And once you get acclimated to the Sierra Madre, then you'll feel the same overpowering hunger the old man does. And then you'll be him, not just his hand.
The old man, what do you know about him?
Elijah. Human. Weak like all of you are. Feeling age circling him like starved dogs, howling for blood. To me, he reeks of age and failure. And madness. To me, he is simply the old man. To Dog, he is Master. His name, meaningless. Running out of years, hopes and dreams running through his withered hands like sand from the big empty. And scorched by the sun.
Scorched by the sun?
The old man, this Elijah, tried to hold the sun in his hands. Arrogance. Was cast down for it. Icarus' crime was to fly too high. Elijah wanted to bring the sun down to him. Arrogance.
So what he's referencing is Elijah trying to take over the Helios place. What is he doing here?
Heard the call of the Sierra Madre, just like you did. Exactly the same way. Finds out it's more than a story. Comes to this shining, poisonous grail, this jewel of the desert. Dog knows him more than I do. Dog's always nodding, always obeying him, because he's weak and hungry and greedy for Master's affection.
So you're the one who knows how I got into the villa.
Of course I know. Even if I don't see it happen. Down in the cage, I hear echoes of the footfalls, the click of the collars. Every time I see one of you, I know exactly how you got here. You couldn't help yourselves, any more than Dog can help himself. You heard the voice, the promise, and then you walked right into one of the old man's traps. Then Dog comes for you, drags you here.
So you brought me here to the villa.
Me? You think I want to haul bodies around the wastes like a Brahmin at the whip? No, Dog does it. When the old man says fetch, Dog fetches. You were in a man trap, and Dog made his rounds and dragged you here. When, I don't know. But it must have been recent, before the cage.
Why do you say that?
I don't remember you. That isn't surprising. What is that it was when Dog was out of his cage. Free, hungry. He knows not to eat anything he catches in the traps. After that, however, so he dragged you here. You got spared. Dog must have fed after you arrived. Once he was fed, that allowed me out of the cage and put him inside. Do you remember how long you were out?
I don't remember. I only woke up when my Pip-Boy went active.
Must have already been in the cage. Already had the collar in me. You're lucky Dog didn't devour you. Otherwise, we'd be closer than we are now.
These radios, were you using them for signal interference?
They were here when I arrived, so I made use of them, in a manner of speaking. More their voices, really. These collars, they don't just track us. You can eavesdrop on them as well. Tune to a frequency, and you can hear everything someone is saying. So perhaps it's a good thing that Dog swallowed his collar. Anyone listening would find it difficult to hear past the digestion.
The alarm sound outside helps as well. You're doing?
Very good. Yes, it's another layer of white noise to ensure privacy. Unfortunately, it's also acted as a dinner bell for the residents. As long as the holographic greeter outside is active, however, I can get by them. The holograms fascinate them. Ghost worship, perhaps.
I need to get you out of there.
No. No, I don't think so. Even in here, I have more control than you do. I'm not leaving until the one who controls the collars shows. Not his voice, not his hand, not his lackey. Him. And when he comes to see me, we'll settle things. So go on. Go back to your master. Tell him I'm waiting for him. Dog may follow him. I won't.
If you don't come with me, he'll set off our collars. Yours and mine.
Then I still win. I'd rather die in this cell than have Dog follow him any longer. Follow his orders, his commands, desperate for recognition. The old man, he has the need to hold on to the past, to the Madre. I'd rather be free. Let go of this shell than have it cage me any longer.
I want my freedom too. You think I'd like having this collar on me?
They all wanted their freedom at first. Then, they realized they could get inside the Sierra Madre. After that, their freedom wasn't important anymore. They couldn't let go, just like the old man. So you say you want your freedom? No. Even if you feel that way, it won't last. You'll forget, get greed blind, and you'll turn.
Sounds like Dog might be more willing to get out of the cage than you.
Dog? You're not talking to him now, are you? No. Even if you could drag Dog out of his cage, you still couldn't get him out of this cage. I put him here for a reason. If he could have escaped, he would have. So here he stays.
The key's in there with you. And Dog.
Yes, but Dog doesn't know that. We don't share everything. Sometimes it's a blessing. Sometimes it causes difficulties. Now I think it's a blessing. It keeps you on that side of the cage. Now, you go fetch. Find your master. Bring him here so we can talk.
Or I could just tell Dog he has the key.
Yes, you could. And once he was out, all starving and hungry, what do you think he would do then? Be careful what cage you open, because he won't go back in it without a fight. He'll tear you apart. He won't care if it kills you both.
If he hears the old man's voice, he'll do what the old man says.
Dog obeys, yes. Why? Do you have some means of contacting the old man?
I can play his voice, yes. I have an audio log from him on my Pip-Boy.
You don't play it. If you do, I'll find a way to get out of the cage. End you. I'll murder you, crush your arms and legs until...
Calm down. Follow me willingly. I won't do it.
No, you wouldn't. If you did, you won't escape this place alive. I'd shatter every one of your limbs to splinters and leave you here. You think I'm afraid of your collar exploding, killing us? No. I'll leave you breathing, then keep walking until my collar goes cold. I'll prop your broken body in view of the Sierra Madre, so you can see what you came to steal, forever out of reach as you die.
I can't convince you I'm not here for the Sierra Madre or the old man, so I'll prove it.
Prove it? How? Words are worthless.
I have the power to let Dog out of his cage. I'm going to prove it by not doing it.
No, you're not. Even though Dog's more docile, easier to control, you may regret this. This place is where creatures like Dog can survive. The people that fill its streets. He is as vicious, more vicious than them. His hunger can help you more than I can. When I am in control, the shell is difficult to fight in.
What do you mean?
The inhabitants of the villa, they are difficult to kill. They need to be chopped apart, hacked on the ground, disintegrated if you can. They are difficult to kill, but not to devour. And Dog is always hungry. If he is with you when they fall, he will fall on them, end them. If I am with you, fighting will be far more difficult.
Even if Dog is more helpful, we can manage.
I am not sure you belong here. No, you don't belong here. Yet, you came this far, and I'm not interested in remaining here any longer. I'll unlock the cage.
Alright, let's get out of here.
Very well. Lead on.
God has given you the In My Footsteps perk. This perk grants you a bonus stealth as well as the ability to step lightly around placed traps. God, please stop T-posing. Bear trap fist. Bear trap fist. Money, money, money. Money.
Almost got away. The idiot's hunger screws it up.
Alright, so where do we come from? Over here. Yeah, let's visit the medical clinic though. Might be something good in there. What's up here? I thought this place, like, scanned things for radiation. Why does junk food make me irradiated? Come on, dude, let's fight. Let's tussle. Ow. Wanna help me out, God? He's more than just unconscious. What am I doing? I have a Sierra Madre armor. Use the rat away now. Yeah, tough break.
That easily.
Look around. Grab this. Grab this and skedaddle.
Those machines feed on Sierra Madre chips. There's codes that unlock other things, too.
The villa's comm speakers have aged poorly, like the Madre. Pre-war junk. The speakers emit a signal that'll set off your caller if you stay too long. There are damaged speakers and shielded ones. The damaged ones you can destroy at range. Don't get close. You can't switch them off like a radio.
If anyone finds this, I'm sorry you're here. Yeah, it's probably the least liked DLC for Fallout New Vegas, and that's mainly due to the frustration factor of these radios and shit. Oh.
Won't get rid of me that easily. The idiot swallowed his collar. Idiot swallowed his collar.
Yes, we've heard you before. Should have never left home. There you are. Finally, Slowpoke.
That pit boy. Maybe I'll tear it off your arm. Where it
Oh, there he is. This is definitely a DLC where a high survival skill would benefit you. Oh, thanks. Second too late. Check security.
Picking up an emitter signature. Watch for security holograms. Dangerous. Don't shoot them. Attacking them is useless.
The idiot swallowed his collar.
They're patrolling the second floor, so we'll go down here on the first. gas leak. It made 3 workers from Puesta del Sol switching station exposed to some unidentified airborne toxin from the ventilation system, caused severe lung and tissue damage. Inhalation isn't the problem, it's absorbed through the skin. Researching its effect, the gas, whatever it is, may be building up in vents beneath the town. Asked 4 men to look into source before government inspections due. Chemical suits arrived today. They're bulky, hard to talk and move in. It was difficult to unlock the class once it was in place. Had to get some of the staff to help me out of it. I told the construction crew to keep the suits ready while working in the switching station and to be careful with them. We only have a limited number. I asked Sinclair to order more in the event of a leak in the villa and prepared cost estimates for another gas leak to support my case. Didn't need to. He agreed to the request immediately, then asked if he could see the workers and make sure they were alright.
That pit boy. Maybe I'll tear it.
Got purified water
Like
though.
someone was experimenting. Although they were doing so after the collars went off.
Sad sight to see. Power status. Disengage main power. Oh. Actually forgot about her. I was just trying to turn off the holograms. And they should be turned off. Yeah, she's probably in there. Exhaustion. Miss Key's insomnia seems to have gone worse, so he ended up ordering a new auto dock upgrades. Must have cost Sinclair a fortune. The new program for the auto docks ameliorates the effects of exhaustion. Have already spoken to staff about side effects and dangers of prolonged use. Wanted to make sure they weren't using it to pull double shifts. Sinclair asked if these codes could be downloaded into public dispensers. The codes aren't compatible, unfortunately. He said he'd look into it. Guess his contacts at Big Mountain will be getting a call soon. Some medical braces. Can heal all crippled limbs. Oh, that didn't really help me out all that much. And I just unlocked the Sierra Souvenir Afianzado for collecting a bunch of Sierra Madre chips. And let's see. I think I'm using a melee weapon mostly, so I'll bump that up to 30. Put the rest in energy. Bring up my strength.
Almost got away. The idiot's hunger scroll.
Oh, there's where she is. Hey, how you doing? What an awkward... The woman before you looks disoriented, pained. She blinks. Oh. You're gonna have to pause, I guess. You alright? Did someone cut your vocal cords? This isn't what it looks like. It's a bomb collar. Mess with it and it'll go off. Let's just say we're in this together. Yeah, slowly shakes her head. We need to cooperate if we're going to get out of here. Look, together we can get out of this. Oh, where's the crossing the arm animation? What exactly is wrong? Don't you want to get out of here? You're looking for something else. Fine, I can help. Alright, come with me. It's a decayed speaker. We stay too long near one, it'll go off. You can interfere with the speaker's detonation frequency somehow. Does it work with any other collar? It's just your frequency. But only between us. Let's see if the holograms are... How are they still up here? I turned off the main power. Anyways, we can actually solve this. Puts them on the first floor. Let's just explore here. Let's see, vending machine code for mentats. Okie dokie. Largest 207. Appointment calendar. Miss Key showed up today, sans Sinclair, escorted by Mr. Domino. He explained to me Miss Keys had developed a throat infection and asked if the autodoc could help. I asked about the Sierra Madre's autodoc. He said he didn't want to alarm Sinclair. Ran some tests. Miss Key's voice is fine. Her loss of voice was more listlessness, symptomatic of excessive Med-X usage. When I tried to speak to her about it, Mr. Domino intervened. I warned them too much of the chem could render a subject comatose, and Domino laughed. I lost my temper. and he said they'd return another time when I was in better spirits. Despise that man. Unpleasant visit. Domino stopped by to ask about the test results and Vera's voice. He seemed concerned she would lose her voice for the gala event. I told him if Miss Keys was concerned, she should see me, and I would only disclose any medical information to her. I told him the autodocs were more than capable of healing Miss Key's voice if she developed any throat infection, and we could even operate if need be. If she tore her larynx, he seemed satisfied by the news, apologized amazingly enough, and left a bottle of wine as a token of his appreciation. I told him I felt it was inappropriate. He insisted. I dumped it in trash. So, Mr. Domino and Miss Keys are pretty close together, it seems. Sinclair and Keys Sinclair proposed moving one autodoc to casino and scheduled visits. So one of those autodocs. Please just shut the fuck up, dude. Doctor's bag. Where's that wine?
The idiot swallowed his collar.
Oh, there it is. Well, it's mine now. So theoretically, set this here. Nope.
It's your own fault you're here. Couldn't leave well enough alone.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Dispenser codes. Codes for the public dispensers arrived today. Sinclair instructed us in their use in case emergency. Should be able to get stims and other treatments from the machines. Sinclair indicated could dispense more based on the nature of the medical emergency or subject's condition. Among the codes, he kept asking if we could make sure the code for MedX was backed up. He must have said it 3 times. I don't think he realized it. Must be stress. Made a backup of the code on this terminal just in case. Well, thank you very much then. I will probably make use of that, or probably not. I'm still collecting chips because it is still the currency. I'll leave it. Not that greedy. And I already got the achievement. Again, I've played this game on the Xbox 360, but I have not played the DLC on the PC. It's honestly better to use melee here. Save the ammo for the radios.
What's this? Why, it's a little doll. Were you carved by a craftsman? Or mauled by a drunk who didn't know his tools? Hair tastes like copper. I'm not going to hurt you. Yet. Much. Scars tell a story. Some old, some new. The one on the throat is fresh and red. If it isn't the...
What weapons are you good at?
Dog is better at the baser instincts than I. His sinew and muscle are difficult to move consciously. He's always...
Those facial scars weren't done by the autodoc. The throat scar was. I can't restore your voice. We need a real auto-dock to do that. I don't understand why they shaved you bald. Wait, the auto-dock didn't shave you bald? No, wait, I want to hear this. You were bald before. You were a Brotherhood of Steel scribe? How the hell did you get out here? Where were you before? You were looking for something. You're looking for someone. Man? An angry bearded man. You're looking for the man on the Pip-Boy holotape, Elijah. Someone smart. And nuts. Sounds like it's pretty important for you to find this person. He cut you off from someone. Family? Husband? What, your wife? Oh, girlfriend. You're more than girlfriends, you're lovers. What, you think I don't understand love? Hey, mind you, I have the Lady Killer perk. I understand how important a loved one can be. How do you know how to get out of here? So once the callers are gone, we can just leave? You're saying it'll be difficult to return here if we leave. To return here if I leave. But not you? Why can't you find your way back? You aren't going to leave. Are you trying to break into the casino? How did you end up in the auto dock? You were knocked out. You want to know how I got here? I followed a radio signal here. A woman's voice. I was curious where it led. If I could leave, I would. What about you? You're not gonna leave? I had other questions. Do you know what those machines around the villa are? Here's a Sierra Madre chip. You can scrounge more somehow. You can make more of those at a workbench with the right materials. You need a battery, a fission battery, and scrap metal, and you can counterfeit the chips. Can you teach me how to do it? Can't you communicate some other way? Can you write? Something to do with the surgery. That's a specific form of brain surgery using electrodes, pre-war. You can still do numbers and calculations. Well, we've had our fun for the day. Lovely sky out, you can see the stars. But, I think it's time to call it an episode. Next time we'll explore... Quiet. Next time we'll explore more of this dreadful casino. This Paradise Lost. And there's one more guy we have to get. I honestly didn't remember that Christine here was in the medical district. But that is kind of convenient since I don't have to do anything else to find her. So we'll go find the last guy later. I hope you enjoyed the episode, that I gave you something to think about, and otherwise entertained you.